Set y'all up here for a minute. What's up? Man. I don't think Vol fans should be mad about this game, though. I mean, honestly. Oh, let me see what you said, Ryan. What's up, Steven? Eric, I did not see it. God. Let's see. Ryan, you said 54-14. McBriar said 55-10. So y'all were both close. Ryan, you were the closest. SEC football too. I honestly believe that we will beat South Carolina next week. I know you're a South Carolina fan, buddy, but I can't stand South Carolina. I really can't. And as a Vol fan, you shouldn't look at this game and think our season's done for, because this game really didn't matter. We knew Bama had a great offense, very explosive. They had a good defense. So, I mean, me as a Vol fan, I'm not worried about this. So, I don't think y'all should be either. You know, Uncle Lou made a video at halftime about Tennessee scoring 14 points. I mean, that's fine and dandy and all. But we scored 14 points against the number one team in the nation. Now, granted, I believe Arkansas scored 31, but Bama's been getting better every week, just like Tennessee has. One thing that I thought was weird, though, and I'm not making excuses for this team. I'm not making excuses at all. We lost because we didn't play like we should have. That's the reason we lost. But when you have your quarterback taking hits like that, and granted, yeah, it wasn't a targeting. I mean, it was reviewed, everything like that. It was not targeting. But here's the thing that they missed. After your quarterback lets the ball go, another player is not supposed to hit that player high at all. Not supposed to hit him high. So there's a 15-yard penalty there. Now, that isn't the game changer, none of that. I'm not making excuses for this team. We played like crap, honestly. But during the second half, I seen some things that I honestly like. Ryan Stanfield, I'm glad to have you, buddy. I'll eat my crow here in a minute. Dang it. I hate eating crow. Let's see what y'all are talking about. Ryan says UF versus UGA going to be with the one to watch. I will be watching it. SEC football too. Now, why are you hating on your own team? Eric Johnson says Uncle Lou's going to have a field day tomorrow. Honestly, I don't care what anybody says. Now, I will defend my team if it gets too bad. But yeah, we lost. So what? We didn't have anything to lose except for players. And I'm sure y'all have already heard this by now. But there's something up with JG's collarbone. Let's just hope that he gets better. I still don't think Keller Chris the guy, but we'll make it what what it has to be, you know? Ryan Shriek says, JG has been crushed all year. Someone needs to have a talk with your OC. I believe definitely. Now, I haven't had a problem with any coaching staff on. I haven't had a problem with a coach on this staff. But I've said before, the OC needs a change. Now, you need to teach your quarterback to change the freaking protection. Because you know he spotted it. He even looked over there on that cornerback blitz and seen it was coming. Didn't change the protection. Why? It's because he don't feel like he can. Now, I seriously don't want to make excuses for this team. But, and this isn't an excuse, but when half of your players don't play like they should, you don't have a chance on winning this game. Point blank, period. I know, Steven. Well, yeah, I know, Steven. It sucks, but it is what it is. It's basically another freaking rebuilding year. But I'm not mad. We got great things coming. Now, you know who I think deserves SEC Coach of the Year? Jeremy freaking Pruitt. That's who I think deserves SEC Coach of the Year because he has had to put up with these crappy players all year long and make them out of nothing, basically. You went from a team that couldn't put up points against Georgia last year, a team that couldn't put up points against Alabama last year, and you've actually made them produce somewhat against those top tier programs. And let's be frank, those are top tier programs right now. SEC football, I might join you. I don't know. Let me ask you if you're doing a call-in show tonight. If so, I'll probably call in. Yeah, Ryan, y'all were. But get this. Y'all had better talent. Y'all had the better talent than Tennessee. So who's made the higher jump? If Tennessee wins out for the rest of this season and beats Kentucky, Pruitt deserves SEC Coach of the Year. Point blank, period. Just play Alabama this year doesn't mean that you every year doesn't mean that you do not deserve SEC Coach of the Year. Because, to be honest, I believe he does, but that's through my eyes. You know, I'm a Vol fan. Of course I'm going to say that. That score, though. That score. One thing I did like, though, was Kyle Phillips getting that freaking touchdown. That was pretty awesome. Yeah, we did. I appreciate it. SEC football, too. Sovereign, no, this ain't embarrassing. We knew coming into this game that there was a potential for Bama to score like this. They've been scoring like this all year. So it's not embarrassing. We didn't lose anything from it, so why should it be embarrassing? We're not focusing on the West. We're focusing on the East. Now, if Alabama was in the East, yeah, that would be pretty embarrassing. Here comes the Georgia out in you. My goodness. I hope he's all right, though. I hope Garantano's all right. Joshua Simmons, that's not good. As a Tennessee fan, that's not good. But a lot of Vol fans knew what was coming, you know. So I guess them not being at the stadium was their chance to prepare for a loss, I guess you could say. Who knows? Who knows, honestly? I appreciate you, Keith. I appreciate you. Sovereign, most definitely. I mean, we've already got 3 wins. We only need 3 more to become bowl eligible. I believe that we could win out. The toughest game being Kentucky. So, yes, I do think we get to a bowl game. There's no reason in hell why we shouldn't, you know. Sovereign, I appreciate you commenting too, buddy. I don't think I've seen you in here before. So, go leave a like and subscribe. If you subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and I'll go ahead and shout you out live. Ryan says, you'll be anywhere between 5-7 and 7-5. Just like I predicted in the beginning of the season, I believe we go 6-6. I believe so, Eric. I mean, you look at the odds and the FPI rating on Tennessee making it to a bowl game, 47%. So what does that tell me? That tells me we control our own destiny. Now, switching gears a little bit, I've heard people talk about, oh, Keller Chris seems like he's the guy today. He's going to be our guy. Anybody can swing the direction of the game. Doesn't mean that that guy should be your starter. Now, we're going to have to deal with Keller Chris for now just because JG's hurt. We don't know what's wrong with him. Now, I will say he did change the direction of the game. But given that all said, who's been the better quarterback overall? That's JG. I still have JG as our guy. Yeah, I wish we would have too. Now, and this isn't an excuse or anything, but targeting calls. My goodness. If you're going to call a targeting call, it should be clear, defined targeting. Another thing would be Lontae Taylor getting through out of the game. I'm sure Bama fans know, as well as Tennessee fans know, that that's just clearly not right. When you have 2 players going at it, both of them should be ejected. Yeah, that's the way I think of it, Joseph. It's progression. It's the small steps. Now, I hate to be that way because it's football. We only get one season a year, and you got to wait so long for another football season. So I hate to be like that, but as far down as this program has come, it's going to take time. But I'm with it. I'm with it. I'll be glad when we can celebrate a win over Alabama, us breaking the streak, us the next year just straight slaughtering Alabama. Because to be honest, this program needs that. We do need that to make ourselves feel relevant again. And we are relevant, but us as a program, we don't feel relevant because we can't get past Alabama. Billy Jones says, chin up, man. Appreciate you, man. I really do. Joseph Trotter says, better than last year. Yeah, I read that. Ryan says, Pruitt is building something in K-Town slowly, but it's building. One thing that I like coming out of halftime, and I don't know who this woman is. I don't honestly care. But what he said was, there's a couple of guys in this program that are doing it right. And if they can't do it right, I'll recruit 25 more players that will be able to do it right. And that's what I like here. That shows me he's looking forward to the future. This guy ain't going nowhere. He said that way we won't have to play in a game like this anymore. And not only does, I hate to say this, but not only does his job depend on it, but he actually wants to win here at Tennessee. So why would he go anywhere else? I don't care what Uncle Lou says or anybody else. Jeremy Pruitt ain't going anywhere. Grant, what do you mean, buddy? You said Sovereign Prob rest of his life. Huh? I don't know. Oh well. Just let me know what you're talking about, buddy. Joseph also, we'll go to Joshua. He says the targeting calls in college football is 1,000 times better than targeting calls in the NFL. That's one of the reasons why I don't watch the NFL. They're not there for the players. They're there for the money themselves. Y'all know I'm big on player safety. And when I see crap like that, it tears me up because I know one of these days, one of those boys is going to regret that hit. And they don't realize it. Joseph says, I take loss over a win. You lose, learn, and improve. Exactly. Sovereigns, I missed your comment, buddy. Ryan says, Eric is at a trap game coming off a big win versus LSU at home and overlooking an opponent on the road. What you should look at is the way we stayed and come back. Oh, okay. Okay, Grant, I got you. Yeah, money does talk, and it shouldn't be that way. College football and NFL should be about the players only. And that's the way it was in the 80s and 70s and a little bit in the 90s, early 90s, I'd say. But it's not that way anymore. Oh, yes, of course, Eric. Of course. I believe Tennessee is better than Auburn. Better off than Auburn right now. Chad Milligan says, now you have to admit that I was right about Alabama punting 50+. We could have scored a lot more. I mean, no reason to run the score up. You look at it like this. It is what it is. No matter the point difference. We hung in there in the second half. We fought. We made some good stops. We limited your running backs, although they are probably one of the best groups in the nation. That running back core is strong. We limited them somewhat, of course, with a great player. You're not to stop them 100% of the time. So, of course, they have big plays. Billy says, what is this NFL you speak of? Never heard of it. Me neither. I haven't either. I'm pretty sure the NFL, they're like college football, except for, you can't really count this because the refs are dirty in college football too, but the players are dirty. The coaches are dirty. Wouldn't be surprised if over half of them take steroids. The play is dirty. You got different formations in the NFL. All around, that's a dirty league. But anyhow, Sovereign says, Grant, nobody can reliably beat Bama. Whole Saban is there. I figure he has maybe 5 years. 5 years max, I'd say. Ryan says, I'll accept it if we lose versus UGA. And I'll brag if we beat UGA. and expect you to do the same vice versa. Exactly. If you beat a program like that, you have the right to brag all day long, no matter how much. Now, to be honest, I don't brag a lot. I don't do enough of it because, to be honest, Tennessee's got a long way to go. But like most Vol fans, we're in there for the long haul. But you're going to have, and I got to go ahead and say this. I have to say this. I'll be damned if there's any Vol fans out there that's screaming for Pruitt's head this week. What the hell did you expect as Bama? Now, I know I was on here before the pregame and all that, thinking that we're going to win because, honestly, we had a shot to win. Part of it is us shooting ourselves in the foot, and part of it's just Bama being that good. Let's see. What games are on local channels right now in East Tennessee? That's all I got. It's local. I got Channel 6, Channel 8, and 43. I wish I had ESPN too, buddy. Trust me, my life's pretty piss poor. Chad Milligan says, I can tell Tennessee is getting a lot better. They have made a lot of improvements. Defense and offense, so great game, Vol fans. We appreciate it from you. And I'll be the first to tell you, there's not a lot of classy Alabama fans anymore. We're not even going to go down that road. I appreciate you for being classy on this stream. Yes, I'm gonna eat my crow as bad as I hate to, but I'm gonna eat it. What do y'all want me to do as eating my crow? Sovereign, I've said this about UGA. They've set Fromm up for failure just so they can ease down the Fromm lovers into the Fields lovers. You see what I'm saying? If you set a quarterback up for failure, just so you can get a better quarterback in, and I know there's a lot of UGA fans on my channel, but it just seems nasty to me. It seems pretty dirty the way Fromm's getting done. I know he's a better quarterback than what's being led on. Let's see here. Let's see. Which comment do I like? Yeah, Eric, I feel your pain. Yeah, all I got is hotspot on my phone. Joseph says, I want to go to Tennessee and play football. Well, man, I will go ahead and say this. If you want to go to Tennessee and play football, be ready to have a 3.7 GPA. And with that, you have to have some really good talent. So before you actually pick Tennessee as a school that you want to be recruited to or to walk on to, really think about it, because it isn't just your fandom on the line. It's your life. It's your career. Just think about that. And I'm not saying don't come to Tennessee. I'm just saying think about it. Billy Jones says, most Bama fans are bandwagons. I know, man. I know. A lot of them. Oh, there's a lot of Bama fans in my town. Seriously, a lot of them. And even when I was growing up well, not really growing up, but in high school, you could see more and more and more Bama fans coming. Each year they won more and more. It's kind of ridiculous. Joshua Simmons says, NFL always trying to copy college football, like the college football offense. Remember back when they used to run the pro style, but now the NFL runs wildcats and spread offenses. Yeah, exactly. And back then, it was the NFL dictating what college football does. But now it's a little bit different. They know, all right, there's a lot of hybrid players now because the game has changed, so they have to change their schemes. Farm Dog, nobody likes that. You do that again, you try and roast somebody in my comments or just try and troll. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, today, you will get banned if you do that. Now, you can comment all you want, buddy. Whatever you want to do. Seriously. But don't try and, what's the word I'm looking for? Don't try and rub it in somebody's face. Because there's classy people in this stream, and I consider myself a classy guy, so I'm not going to put up with it. Joseph Trotter says, I want to be a nuclear engineer. Well, look at it this way. Y12, one of the best places to work in is East Tennessee. Honestly. Chad Milligan says, I have been an Alabama fan since 1978. Holy crap. You're old, buddy. You're old. Nah, I'm kidding you. Billy Jones, later, man, I appreciate you coming to the stream. Seriously. Sovereign says, Phil doesn't get a chance to through Kirby. Has freshman players at every position except QB, and that is the highest rated player we have ever had. Why is that? Something is going on behind closed doors. I honestly believe there's something going on between it. No problem, Farm Dog. No problem, buddy. I'm just trying to change the way live streams are for people in college football. Yes, I believe you should trash talk all freaking week long, but on Saturdays, it's time for seriousness. Let's evaluate everything, look at everything that we have saw, and go from there. Joseph Trotter says, I couldn't play this season because some girl said I had sexual harassment, got kicked out of the team because before the season even started. Man, that's some crazy allegations. And I hate to go down this road, but there's a lot of females that are like that. If you don't show them attention or anything like that, they're bound to do that to you. One thing I would say, though, is go to your coach. Go to him. Explain the situation. And if he's that crappy of a coach, then leave the program altogether. Leave that school. If you can, go to another team. Do you play in Tennessee, Joseph? Do you play in Tennessee? Because if you do, I know a coach, really good coach. We need players. So maybe. Just let me know what position you play, stuff like that. There's no TSSAA violations because I'm not a part of the school. So no recruiting violations. All right. I'm going to go ahead and promote one person to moderator. Let's see who I want. Now, don't try and flatter me. None of that. Just, what did y'all think of the game? Yeah, J-Rock, it was crazy. Yeah, more than one. I did see fight in this team. The score was very one-sided, but I will say this. This team fought. We got stops. We made to think about his throws a little bit more than he should have. So, of course, he missed some of his throws. That's what I like to see. Defense, I would have liked to seen a little bit more from them, but it's Alabama. They score a lot. It's inevitable. Who the hell is Florida Evans' voice? I appreciate you, Sovereign. It didn't pop up, so I'm guessing you didn't turn the notifications on. Ryan, I can't promote you. You're already promoted. Joseph, you're actually not too far from me. Like, get on I-75, head north towards Knoxville. Get off at exit 62, Sweetwater High School. I believe we're Division I, 2 AAA, or something like that, or 2 AA. But I'm pretty sure we're. Anyhow, we need players like tomorrow because we suck this year. Our coach is about to be fired. But I will say this. I know a lot of people on the coaching staff. So if you really want to play, you have 2 weeks to find a place to live up here. So if you really want to play, I will talk to them for you. So, okay, Joseph. So you're not in any real predicament. Right. That's what I'm saying. Man, that's crazy. 8th grade, we weren't even thinking about sex. Well, let's not go down that street on this street, because that's bad news. Eric says, I wonder what the Tennessee fan was thinking when he could have went to jail. I don't know. That's crazy, though. Let's get back on track. Let's talk some Tennessee football. J-Rock. Oh. No, that's horrible. We can't do this. Yeah, I can't even focus right now. Let's see what else games are on. Why don't we? God, leave my back still. See who's playing. College football scoreboard. So nobody. What did y'all think the best play for Tennessee was this game? It could have either been on defense or offense. Yeah, Sovereign. No, my back's been hurting all day. Football life. I understand that, Joseph. I understand that. I grew up poor too, man. I would tell y'all something, but I can't. I believe so, Ryan. That was a good play. It really was. We had a lot of freaking moments where we just shot ourselves in the foot over and over and over. We got a safety. That was Yeah, it is pretty freaking cold here, man. But Eric Johnson says, this Tennessee fan throwing that cup of water at halftime and scoring 21 points. Vol fans, they shouldn't be pissed about this game. Point blank, period. They shouldn't. I liked what I saw. J-Rock, what the heck is Rumplemints? Like Rumpelstiltskin? But from this game, I'm thinking right now, I'm thinking, okay, the rest of our games left. We play South Carolina next. Yes, I think that's a win. Honestly, I think that's a win. That's just not talk as me being a Vol fan. I think we honestly can win South Carolina. The two games that I will have circled, because I believe we can beat Vandy too, because yeah. The two games would be Missouri and Kentucky. Josh, I believe so. It's going to take some time for that just to translate into wins, but it's coming. That's been Bill Cosby pills. Oh, no. Joseph says, I'm going to try out in high school. And I was talking to this guy who is the assistant coach of a high school who goes to my church, and I know him very well. Just be careful on that stuff because you don't know who's listening to this or anything like that. So just be careful on what you say because that can be recruiting violations. Ryan Schrick says USC Junior is a W. Charlotte is a W. I think so. So that's 5 wins right there. Okay? We need only one more to win. Who do y'all think is that number 6 win? I don't see it like that, Ryan, honestly. Andrew Odom says, Roll Tide, Vol Rising, Tennessee. Played good today. Keller should play for now on. What do you think? I just covered this. I'm going to deal with him while I have to deal with him, but he is not the guy. We've seen it time and time again that Keller Christ is not the guy. He plays well one week and is straight garbage the next. He's not the guy. J-Rock says, be careful, Joseph. You already know what happened with the girl getting pregnant and all. Honestly, the girl sounds like a tart. We're not going to go there. Joseph Trotter says, okay. Josh says, I think that they have what it takes to beat UK. Honestly, do. It's going to be a dogfight just seeing how Kentucky played against Florida. But that was the beginning of the season. Crap has changed. Tim Jones said, we fold against good opponents before there's ever a single play made. Yes, they make it bigger than themselves. They make the game bigger than themselves. And as a Vol fan, we got to stop that. Well, not as a Vol fan, but if I was a player, I would tell my fellow players, look, this is just another football game. This is just another team on another freaking day in a different month. This is just it's not like you're playing a team that has 15 players on its side versus 11. Not like that. Things are going to change as we get better. So I'm not putting too much into this loss. And I don't think Vol fans should either. Y'all, There's only 7 likes, 10 people watching. There was more earlier, but I forgot to say something. Y'all go sub me up. Go like. J-Rock, I haven't seen the Gators today. I don't even know if they're playing today. Yes. If you're underage and you live with your mom and daddy or a parental guardian and you want to have sex, strap up. Get the best condom you can that actually fits you. Don't be no 2-inch trying to grab a Magnum. But that's all I'm going to say about it. If y'all would, please stop commenting about the girl. It's going to take, Josh, it's going to take a good bit to get Snell down. Just to get him shut down. But I think we can. Okay. But now, one thing I would say is Florida, they're on a pretty good run. Sovereign. I honestly hope that Florida does beat Georgia because that's going to mix a lot of things up in the SEC. But I'm about to get off here, y'all. It's been a long day, long night. Rest my freaking back. Get it fixed. Something. Go eat supper. Y'all, if you're with your families, sit down, watch some football. Whether it's a win or a loss, be happy today. Because if you're a Tennessee fan, you've seen the stuff that you need to see to get us 6 wins. We've seen that. The other part is, if you're from a different team, be happy. You had a bye week. You've had time to prepare. You've seen Alabama play. If you play Alabama this year, you've gotten to study your team a little bit more. One thing I would say is, if you're really into football and your team has a bye week this week, go back, watch your film. All right? Write down those plays. See how many times your team runs those plays. Then you will notice, is your team good or are they mediocre? J-Rock, I appreciate you, buddy. Y'all already know what's happening. Y'all already know what's happening. I love y'all. God bless y'all. And go Vols, baby! Woo! I'm dying over here.